A new photograph has been released just this morning to mark the Queen's 96th birthday today. She is pictured with two of her favourite things, two ponies, in the grounds of Windsor Castle. Royal editor Russell Myers and our Mark Hayes are both here. Beautiful, beautiful photograph, isn't it?
Yes, so lovely. It's magical looking, isn't it?
It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings.
That's exactly... I'm so glad you said that, because that's exactly what I thought.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
Really good way. No, and it's her favourite things, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
She loves them.
She adores them, yeah. And everything cross that she turns up at the Epsom Derby.
Now, you'll be covering that, won't you?
I'll be covering
You'll be covering the Epsom Derby.
I've got a new kilt and everything for it, just in case she arrives. No, it's fact.
And there's a huge operation, isn't there, Russell, in process to get her to the Derby.
Because, you know, the Queen, as we know, has been suffering from these mobility issues, struggling to get around. I mean, I've told she's OK, super pin-sharp of mind, but has had to cancel a few engagements recently. Right. So a big operation between Buckingham Palace, horse racing chiefs down at Epsom to try and get her to the Derby, because she'll definitely want to go. She's never had a winner at the Derby in all these years. It would be a fairy tale ending, I think, for this on the Platinum Jubilee.
So what's she doing today?
She is, well, it's a big birthday celebrating.
Many candles.
Well, I know, yeah, big load of puff. So she is going to be spending it quietly, I think. She has been gone to Sandringham, which I think is a really poignant journey, because that's where the Duke of Edinburgh spent his last years, really, since retiring in 2017. He moved to Wood Farm, and so she's going to be spending time there, welcoming some of the family and friends over the weekend for a small tea party, a modest tea party.
A small tea party. And I wonder, Mark, if they're going to be talking about a very special present.
Oh, I wonder.
The Queen has got her own Barbie doll.
Is this not the most exciting
I wonder
thing?
what she'll think of it. To be honest, I think it looks like Helen Mirren.
It does, actually.
More than the Queen.
More than... Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is beautiful, though. It's fantastic. I know you're like, where's the Barbie doll going afterwards? Because it is wonderful. Yeah, so they've gone and released a kind of tribute collection to mark the Jubilee. And it's done beautifully. It's got the ivory gown and then this blue riband with the orders on there as well. And then the box itself is kind of to represent Buckingham Palace, so you've got a throne in the background there and things. Not forgetting the bling, the beautiful tiara.
We will be talking about that later with you, won't we, when we're doing Queen fashion?
Well, she is the most stylish woman in the world, let's be honest. She's never put her foot wrong. But this was based on Queen Mary's fringe tiara that she went and wore on her wedding day. So, yeah, so it's all in there. So it's quite wonderful.
Beautiful.
Really. There we go.
Gorgeous.
Love
Meanwhile, though, Prince Harry dominating the front pages, Russell, because there's a fallout of that American TV interview, kind of raised more questions than it answered in many ways.
Well, it did. I mean, there's so much to pour over. I mean, he was asked several questions about his relationships with the family, life in the US. Refused to say whether he was going to come for the Platinum Jubilee, which is obviously a big bone of contention.
That was a shame.
I think so, yeah, because there's a lot of controversy about whether he feels comfortable coming to the UK. Dodged a question on his relationship with Charles and William. So I think that's pretty poignant as well. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
See, I understand that. I get that completely. But he could have just said, oh, look, things are fine. Do you know what I mean? And then it's not a thing.
Yeah.
Then it's not a thing. He did talk about himself as a dad, which is obviously a role that he loved.
Well, he does, and I think this was the sweetest moment in the whole interview. I think it ran to about 8 minutes, and talking about how he's always wanted to be a dad, have his own family, and I think he was sort of really blossomed when he sort of came alive. I mean, he lit up. Again, let's take a look at what he had to say.
He also talked about his mum.
He did. I mean, again, really poignant that he's prepared to go there, I think, because that's sort of been a red line for him before, but spoke about how she's been there for him more than she ever has been over the last 2 years. So, I mean, in one sense, quite sweet that he's willing to talk about Diana, still feels her presence. But, you know, is he really saying that Diana has been there more for him than his own father, who is, you know, here? Again, let's take a look at what he had to say.
It's a shame. It really is such a shame. And when you saw both of them, you know, him and Meghan at the Invictus Games, they are superstars.
Well, I mean, this is the issue, because this interview has really overshadowed the Games, and they've been such a success. It's a fantastic, incredible initiative that he set up. He's hugely passionate about it. I mean, trying to sort of put it back onto the games as he did. But yeah, if he's going to speak about private meetings with his family, such as the Queen, speaking about her security, I mean, not only
talking about is she getting the right people around her.
I mean, it's breathtaking, really, and I think that the rest of the family are going to really struggle with that, to be honest. And how can he then come back to the Platinum Jubilee when they'll all be wondering whether it's going to appear in an American interview? I think it's a bit of a sorry situation at the moment.
It really is, because I honestly thought, you know, when they dropped in on the Queen, I thought, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's bridges getting built. That's fantastic. And then it's kind of all sort of unravelled a bit. Maybe best not to do the interviews.
Possibly.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I think.
Or put the focus back onto the sportsmen and women.
Because the Invictus Games are amazing. All credit to him for launching it, for doing it. It's a brilliant thing. And Mark, you're going to be back later on celebrating our Queen.
Style tips from Her Majesty herself. Who better to get style tips from? So yeah, all the different looks and how we can use it. So
Love it. Thank you. And thank you, Russell.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.